In early 19th century America, republicanism made the economy embrace neo-mercantilism, a system encouraging exports while discouraging imports. By around 1800, this policy led to an average per capita income increase by more than 30% in a generation. In 1781, the Confederation Congress chartered the BUS, the Bank of the United States, for the purpose of issuing notes and making commercial loans. When its 20-year charter expired, it was not renewed. However, in 1816, the second BUS was chartered. Bad banking practices brought on the Panic of 1819. This brought on poverty and demonstrated the ups and downs associated with the unregulated market economy. This led to rural manufacturing in which families produced goods to be sold by merchants. It utilized a new technology and means of production, resembling the factories associated with the Industrial Revolution of later chapters. This new production forced the advancement of transportation. This is seen in the advent of canals and improvement of roads, allowing trade to flourish. The government began to attempt to improve the economy by doling out special privileges to businesses, such as the Mill Dam Act of 1795 and more. Many thought this violated the equal rights promised to small businesses. However, state courts followed John Marshall's lead and continued to allow these transactions. This Commonwealth system funneled state aid into private businesses to improve general welfare. The lack of aristocracy in America made it unique in that its inhabitants brought social mobility and legal equality. However, this only applied to white males, not women or people of African American descent. Instead of monetary gain, Republican marriages began to favor sentimentalism for motivation. Sentimentalism was the practice of marrying for love. Arranged marriages began to fade, and these new love marriages began to rise to their modern-day state. During the 1800s, there was a demographic transition. Birth rate fell from an average of 6 children down to 4. Then mothers began educating their children about politics. This was known as the Republican motherhood. 2 types of parenting were most common: permissive parenting and authoritarian parenting. Permissive parenting gave the child more freedom, while authoritarian was more strict. Kids began to be put in schools and taught the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. Very few had access to education, and only 1% of men attended college. As whites fought for rights, blacks began to fight for their personal freedom too. Many joined the military for the Manumission Act's promise of freedom. Religion encouraged the abolition of slavery for moral reasons, and education believed that African Americans were equal to Europeans. However, the South argued for slavery, citing it as a positive good. The American Colonization Society was formed in 1817 with the intent of freeing slaves and resettling them in Africa. However, slaves identified themselves as American and opposed the idea. Tension between the North and South kept growing. The admission of Missouri highlighted this divide. To satisfy both territories, the Missouri Compromise was crafted. It stated that Maine would enter as a free state, while Missouri would enter slave, balance between free and slave states, and that lands north of the 3630 line would be free. During this time period, religious toleration began. Religious freedom gave people the option to believe in other religions as well as not believe in religions. This was known as the Second Great Awakening. This religious fervor gave women a place to worship alongside men, one step closer to women's rights.